It was really nice watching it. I feel like the perfect Sunday afternoon movie. That's what it is.
What's up everybody, I'm Rick.
And I'm Anna.
And welcome to our bucket list channel, a channel in which we try to realize the goals and dreams that are on our bucket list. Today, we're working towards one of that goal, which is to watch every movie that was nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Award from 1927 to 2028. Today's movie, State Fair from 1932, and this is our review. So yeah, another way we're gonna do this review, the same way we do all of our review. First part is spoiler free. So we're just going to give our thoughts without spoiling the movie for those who haven't seen it. Second part will be deep dive into some of the elements that we want to talk about, want to touch on more specifically while spoiling the plot. We will warn you before we get there, so don't worry. It's all going to be good. Anna, at the very end of that, there's going to be our...
The ranking.
The ranking, exactly. The ranking will be of this year specifically, not of all the movies, which is the 6th year. We've now watched 40 movies. And there's one lost movie still. We're trying to find it. Yeah, we're looking for it.
It's under the table?
No, it is not under my chair.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, we'll keep looking. Before we get into any of all these fancy stuff, Anna, let's get to our trivia section.
Yes!
And information about the movie. This movie, did I say 1932? That was 1933 actually. So State Fair is a Fox Film Corporation film that came out on February 10th, 1933. It is based on the best-selling novel by Phil Stong of the same name. There are actually 3 movies made after this novel.
After the novel, yeah. Okay.
So this is the first of the 3. There was another one also called State Fair in 1945. And then a third one also called State Fair in 1962.
Apparently it was a popular one.
Yeah, it was. Directed by Henry King. It stars Janet Gaynor as Margie Frake.
Whom we've seen before.
We've seen, yes. Where?
It's one of the first ones, right?
Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven is the first year.
Yeah. Also stars Will Rogers as Abel Frake, Lou Ayres as Pat Gilbert, Sally Eliers as Emily Joyce, Norman Foster as Wayne Frake, Louise Dresser as Melissa Frake. We have all their name here, and I'm gonna tell you right away, I'm gonna be calling a lot of them mom, dad, brother, sister, because it's much easier. So the movie was nominated for 2 Academy Awards. Best Picture, can you guess the second one?
No, I don't know.
Best Adaptation.
Okay.
For Paul Green and Sonia Levian, based on the novel by Phil Stong, of course. In 2014, State Fair was deemed culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant by the Library of Congress and selected for preservation and the National Film Registry. We've had a few of those.
I mean, you know, you would expect this since we're watching
old movies, yeah.
Best Picture nominees is
also
what I meant, yeah.
Classics. Classics is where I wanted to go. Anna, let's get to our spoiler-free discussion.
Sure.
Without spoiling, can you tell me, did you enjoy this movie?
I did enjoy it. It was really nice watching it. I feel like we've only had one other movie that fell into this category for me. The perfect Sunday afternoon movie. That's what it is. And I like it. I like this kind of movies, you know? It's entertaining, it's nice, it's chill, it's beautiful.
I feel like what I'm going to say about this movie will reflect a lot of what I said about a previous movie. And people who watch that review will get it right away. Good movie. Entertaining movie. Best Picture? Question mark?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Which is why I said I liked it. It was fun. It was nice. It's a Sunday afternoon movie. Is it a Best Picture movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So let's chop down our conversation here. First of all, focus on the story. What did you think of the story? Again, without spoiling it.
I mean, it's a very nice story. It's not as simple as I thought it would be at first. In the sense that we follow like different branches of the story, right? Like something happens here, something happens there. It's not just like one linear story about one thing and that's it. there are small events happening everywhere.
Yeah, for me, again, the story was just regular, feel-good. You've described it best. I didn't think about that, but really, Sunday afternoon type of story, type of movie. You know it. You've seen those movies. And so it was good, but not deep and any meaningful way. As for the performances, so Janet Gaynor here is the only one we remember from another movie.
And in that movie, we actually saw her. Like, it was a silent movie.
It was a silent movie, which is interesting, yeah.
Very different, I have to say. I didn't think it would be that different. And I think it's the first one we see an actor or an actress from a silent movie appearing in a sound movie.
Yeah. I liked her better on the silent one.
Me too.
Yeah.
I do know for a fact that in the beginning of the sound movie era, a lot of actors and actresses
lost their jobs.
Lost their careers because they couldn't really adapt to this, kind of movies. So which is a shame, really. But I think we see maybe a little bit of that here. She was better, in that kind of movies. But here, when she has to act with voice and
it's not that she's bad. It's that I feel like she retains a lot of the aesthetic of the silent era. The exaggerated face that she makes, because back then you had to, so that people understood.
Right. She still speaks too much with, not too much, but with her, she speaks with her body, while her voice doesn't send the same message or
convey the same amount of feeling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a discrepancy.
It's a bit jarring. Not that she was bad again, but you know, Seventh Heaven, I liked her better there. Everyone else was good. Serviceable. The dad of the family, I feel like, played his role well. They was good. They were they were cast into certain roles as a family, and I feel like everyone played that role in a believable way.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. They did a good job with the casting in general.
And let's end that spoiler-free conversation with, what did you think of the sound, the look of the movie, anything related to the technique? I was gonna say special effect, but there's not really any here.
I have to say, it was pretty hard to understand.
The movie?
The movie, maybe not through and through, but for a lot of the parts, I had to really focus. To what did he say there? What was that line again?
So what's difficult with these old movies is that, sometimes, we get old VHS versions or stuff like that. And so you're not really sure, is the sound quality bad at origin, or is it,
because
this
of
version
the
that
version
I have?
That we have. Right. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about that. So it's kind of hard to judge that right now. But the look of the movie, I really liked it. I think they did a great job on it, especially the shots, the open air shots that they filmed
at the state fair.
So yes, so good.
So Anna, let's move on to our spoiler discussion. To begin the discussion, let me tell you a short synopsis of the movie. Well, you've seen it, but still. An Iowa family finds adventure, love, and heartbreak when they spend a week at the state fair. Isn't that a nice premise? This is the whole movie.
This is the whole movie, right? It's exactly the premise of a Sunday afternoon movie. It's a family movie.
Exactly.
It's a family movie.
It's a family movie, and all the sense of the world. It's a movie you watch with your family on Sunday. Yeah. But it's also a movie that stars a family.
Right. And on such a mundane event a state fair.
But it's so important for each of them for different reason that when you dig a bit deeper are not really important for most of them. The dad wants to win that.
Pig contest.
Pig competition. The mom wants to win that cooking competition. It doesn't really matter, but you're rooting for them.
Yeah, exactly. It's also kind of fun to watch them, putting so much soul into it and so much hard work. I have to win this. I want to win this. It feels like it means a lot to them. Yeah,
which is why the movie works. That's why you root for them to win, because you feel sad when it looks like the dad is not going to win, because he looked like he cared so much about it. To him, that was everything. He's been waiting for this all year. Even the son has been waiting for this all year, practiced in his garage so that he could humiliate the game dude, who stole his money the year before.
Right.
What kind of pittiness is that, though? that he would practice like all year just to come back and take his prizes. You know, there's not really much to dig into in terms of like symbolism or you know, acting chops or anything like that, because this is again a very simple movie, or maybe like a Chevy Chase movie, you know, like some of these comedy movie where they would go on vacation and every misadventure happens to them, or something like that.
Yeah,
you know, but
exactly.
Without being a comedy, though there are comedic elements here. One element though that I thought was interesting, which is maybe the one element where we can dig deeper for meaning or lack thereof, is at the beginning when the dad is looking at his pig and some other farmer comes and say, oh, if your pig wins, you know, this is the balance of things. Everything must be perfectly balanced, Thanos. If your pig wins, something bad will happen, you know?
Right.
Like you can't just have it all. And at the end, it kind of does happen like that. So what did you think?
Wait, what happens bad at the end?
The son and the girl, they don't get together. You know, he falls in love with this state fair girl.
I see. Yeah. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. I know that part, but I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think that necessarily that this would be the
reverse stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they make you think both kids, like both parents win, and then both kids don't get the person they fell in love with at the fair. But the girl ends up with the guy, the journalist. It's only the son.
But what about this though? You know, because the parents win, both parents win, and both of the kids don't get with the person they love. This would have been like the balance. But then the guy that the journalist that the daughter fell in love with, like breaks the curse by deciding to go back. Because initially he leaves, but then he comes back.
So there's no balance. There's more good that happened than bad, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also it feels more like that was supposed to be the end, but then it kind of gives you the feeling that like, no, true love will not let it end that way, you know?
Yeah, that's a good take on it. So they make you feel like, oh, so that's how it is. The balance has been achieved.
Yeah.
Something good happened to both parents, something bad happened to both kids. But no, there is always hope.
Right.
There's always hope. There was hope for the girl. And if the movie continued, maybe it'll take a year, maybe it'll take longer. There is hope for the boy too.
Yeah, exactly.
But really, that was the only element that got me thinking more
pretty much, yes,
profoundly than the rest of the movie. Because it's a movie that you take in and that's it. You've digested it.
There is one more thing that I like to talk about.
Oh, yeah?
The scene at the very end with the daughter and the journalist kissing in the rain.
Yeah.
So classic. I wonder how many times had it been done before. Because we were talking about that last time, remember? How like all of these things, they seem like cliche to us.
But that's because we've seen so many movies do it after.
But this is probably, if not the first, at least one of the first who did it. And they did it so well. I love that scene so much.
I wonder, yeah.
Like she goes out, runs into the rain, go to him, and then they kiss in the rain. It's like, it's so, I don't know, it's perfectly cliche, but so beautiful.
The sign behind like falls apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So we haven't even talked about the recommendation. Would you recommend this movie?
Yes, I would Let me think about that for a second. I mean, I would recommend it. It's a nice movie to watch, you know. I can't think of any reason not to watch it. But at the same time, you don't really get much from it, you know.
Yeah.
I would recommend it if you're bored and you have nothing better to do.
It's exactly as you said. It's raining. It's Sunday afternoon. Everybody's at home. You don't know what to do.
Yeah, and if anything, it's a very nice movie to watch with your family. You know, with the kids, with the parents, everyone around.
If the kids do want to watch the black and white movie from the 30s. But yeah, I recommend it too. It's as you said, there's no real reason to not watch it. Unless you have something better on your hand to watch, that is. Now let's get to our ranking. So another current ranking, as it stands, is number 5, A Farewell to Arms. Number 4, Smiling True. Number 3, 42nd Street. Number 2, She Done Him Wrong. Number 1, I'm a Fugitive from a Chain Gang. Where would you put this movie? I will start by saying...
Okay, you start, because I don't know.
I see it anywhere between number 5 and 6.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
So the question is, does it go above or below A Farewell to Arms?
The thing is that A Farewell to Arms had a story to tell. Like an interesting, deep story to tell.
There was a story here too.
Yeah, but not as deep.
Not as deep.
But the execution was just not the best.
Mm-hmm.
And so the question here is, do you choose a movie that wanted to do something better but failed in execution, or a movie that did a great job at telling the story but really...
It was a bit easier to
Yeah,
deliver.
exactly. I wonder.
You know, like A Farewell to Arms is probably going to be a movie that I remember, if ever, just a bit slighter more, you know?
Right.
Like when I think back on all these movies we've watched. But doesn't mean that I would put it above. I don't think so. I think I would put State Fair above.
Yeah, I think so too, because like we were saying, you know, this is a ranking for like Best Picture nominees.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a flawed movie to be on this list.
Yeah.
Even if it wanted to do something great and it had a great story to tell, you know.
Flawed to that extent, you know, because a lot of movies, you can find flaws within them even when they're great. But to the extent of
right, yeah,
A Farewell
exactly.
to Arms, I feel like had numerous issues.
Yeah, especially in the storytelling.
Mm-hmm. And so even if a State Fair is maybe more vanilla, it's good vanilla. So yeah,
I agree.
It is decided. So the new ranking is number 6, A Farewell to Arms. Number 5, State Fair. Number 4, Smiling Through. Number 3, 42nd Street. Number 2, She Done Him Wrong. And number 1, I'm a Fugitive from a Chain Gang. That is our new ranking.
Yes.
Only a few movies to add to it before we finish that year. Anna, that is it for our review of State Fair, the 1933 movie. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a like, comment in the comment section below. Have you seen State Fair? Any of the 3 versions, actually. I'm curious what the 62 version would look like, you know, with colors. And does it even have color? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it does, for sure.
The 62 version?
Even the other one. What did you say? The other
40...
They have colors in 40 something.
But that's not about it. There are movies made in the 60s with no colors.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But regardless, if you've seen a version of State Fair or read the book, tell us what you thought about it in the comment section below. If you've not subscribed to this channel already, I invite you to subscribe. This channel is not only a bucket list movie channel, it's a bucket list in general channel, which means we don't only do movies, we do traveling, cooking, games, books, etc., etc. Anything that is on our bucket list. Check it out. Lots of good stuff there, and have a nice day.
Sure, we had a good time. Quit stalling. Give me the $5. Did you have a good time, Auntie?
Oh, the best, the happiest of my life.
And so is everybody.
Have you gone
Good
crazy? Put that down that ring.
Give me the
Oh,
money.
she'll
Give me the
ruin
money.
her new dress.
Nothing.